Hey there, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into an incredibly powerful chapter, Proverbs Chapter 2. This chapter is packed with wisdom, protection, and a clear call to actively seek the path of righteousness. It's an invitation to treasure wisdom, and if we take it seriously, it can truly transform our lives. So let's break it down verse by verse. Verses 1 to 4. Open with a powerful invitation. It calls us to accept and store up wisdom, just like you would store up treasure. Imagine you're hunting for hidden treasures. Would you not put in the effort, go through challenges, and value each discovery? Wisdom is the same. It's not passive, it's something you must actively pursue. It's not just about understanding facts, but about making wisdom your treasure. In the ancient world, wisdom wasn't just about knowing facts. It was seen as a protective force, a shield against dangers, both physical and moral. People viewed wisdom as a safeguard, a guide that led them toward the right decisions. So, I want to ask you, what do you actively seek in your life? Is wisdom one of those things? Or is it something you only think about occasionally? Take a moment to reflect. What would it look like if you pursued wisdom like treasure? Verses 5 and 6 remind us that God is the ultimate source of wisdom. It's not just about finding answers in books or in our own understanding. It's through God that wisdom flows. This connection to the divine is crucial. God's wisdom is the foundation for how we live righteously. In 1 Kings 3 verses 5 to 14, we see King Solomon ask God for wisdom, and in response, God grants him unparalleled wisdom. It was this wisdom that guided Solomon through life's toughest decisions, shaping his rule. Just like Solomon, we are invited to seek wisdom from God, trusting that He will provide the guidance we need. In verses 7 and 8, wisdom is described as something that protects and guards us. Imagine wisdom as a shield, guarding you from bad decisions, harm, and from people with ill intentions. It's like armor that deflects the blows of life's challenges. In the ancient world, wisdom was viewed as a form of protection, both physically and morally. It kept you from falling into traps and making foolish choices. So, how does wisdom protect you today? Think about how it guides your decisions in relationships, finances, or even career choices. Verses 9 through 11 highlight how wisdom leads us to understand righteousness, justice, and integrity. Wisdom gives us clarity, an ethical compass that helps us know what is right even when the world seems unclear. In ancient Israel, wisdom literature wasn't just for intellectual knowledge. It was meant to be a societal guide. Wisdom provided the moral framework for individuals and communities. How has wisdom shaped your actions in moments where integrity and fairness were needed? Verses 12 to 15 describe how wisdom protects us from the wicked, those who walk in darkness, leading others down deceptive paths. In these verses, wisdom is shown as the antidote to evil and corruption. In the ancient world, wisdom was seen as a means of avoiding the moral decay around you. It was a safeguard against bad influences. Today, we face similar temptations, societal pressures, bad company, and misleading paths. How can wisdom help you stay true to what is good? Verses 16 to 19 use the metaphor of adulteress and foreign women to represent the dangers of moral compromise and disloyalty. It's not just about avoiding literal adultery. It's about staying true to your values, principles, and commitments. In our modern relationships, wisdom looks like loyalty to your values, to your commitments, and to the people who matter. It's about staying focused on what's truly important. How does wisdom help you maintain loyalty in your relationships and avoid distractions? Finally, verses 20 to 22 speak to the rewards of wisdom, walking in the path of good people, and being saved from the fate of the wicked. Wisdom leads to life, a life of peace and righteousness. For the ancient Israelites, Following wisdom meant walking the righteous path that leads to life. It wasn't just about personal success. It was about communal flourishing, a society where justice and goodness reigned. Wisdom leads us to make decisions that leave a lasting legacy, shaping not only our own future, but the future of those around us. So, as we wrap up this chapter, let's reflect. Wisdom, when pursued diligently, offers protection, clarity, and guidance. It leads us to make righteous decisions, to avoid evil paths, and to live lives of integrity. But the real question is, are you actively seeking wisdom in your life? What does it look like for you to treasure wisdom every day? I encourage you to take time this week to reflect on how wisdom can guide your decisions. Thanks for joining me today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you found this helpful. Immediately following is a complete reading of Proverbs Chapter 2. See you next episode when we cover Chapter 3. My child, listen to what I say, and treasure my commands. Tune your ears to wisdom, and concentrate on understanding. Cry out for insight, and ask for understanding. Search for them as you would for silver. Seek them like hidden treasures. Then you will understand what it means to fear the Lord, and you will gain knowledge of God. For the Lord grants wisdom. From his mouth come knowledge and understanding. He grants a treasure of common sense to the honest. He is a shield to those who walk with integrity. He guards the paths of the just and protects those who are faithful to him. Then you will understand what is right, just, and fair, and you will find the right way to go. For wisdom will enter your heart, and knowledge will fill you with joy. Wise choices will watch over you. Understanding will keep you safe. Wisdom will save you from evil people, from those whose words are twisted. These men turn from the right way to walk down dark paths. They take pleasure in doing wrong, and they enjoy the twisted ways of evil. Their actions are crooked, and their ways are wrong. Wisdom will save you from the immoral woman, from the seductive words of the promiscuous woman. She has abandoned her husband and ignores the covenant she made before God. Entering her house leads to death. It is the road to the grave. The man who visits her is doomed. He will never reach the paths of life. Follow the steps of good men instead, and stay on the paths of the righteous. For only the godly will live in the land, and those with integrity will remain in it. But the wicked will be removed from the land, and the treacherous will be uprooted.